Andy, another big game for us. Wealdstone at home tomorrow. You know, back on home soil after we've been away at some tough grounds to go to, Southend and Barnet. What does Wealdstone, provide as a challenge for us?
Oh, it's going to be a really tough challenge. They're really, really good. To be fair, ever since I've been in here, Quinny's raved about them, to be fair. They want to play football. They usually have like 60-70% possession. Really good movement, higher up the pitch with their 10s and wing backs. So we know we're in going to be a really tough game. We were on the back of two really tough away games. One, obviously the defeat last week, really hurt us, and for our reaction then to go from that to Barnet was fantastic, and hopefully we can keep that momentum going, really.
And the positives that we saw in the Barnet game, especially in the second half, where we came into our own. What do you want to bring from that Barnet game into tomorrow's match against Wealdstone?
I think it started before that, really. I think the atmosphere on Monday after a 5-0 defeat was fantastic, and I mean that in a good way, in terms of I've been at football clubs where, after a sort of result like that, you get dragged in over Sunday, and it kind of lingers and carries over to the next game. But we spoke about it. We knew that it was a one-off. I think it was just an off day for us. But the atmosphere and the reaction from that was absolutely outstanding on Tuesday night. Back to what we're good at. We know we can still be better in areas, and I keep saying it. We're nowhere near at what we want to be and how we want to play. But at the moment, we're set in a way of playing which suits us at the moment, and hopefully we can improve that. I've been here 3 months, like I said. So Kevin Mayer, Southend's been there a couple of years now. Brennan been there for a couple of years at Barnet. When I was Stuart as well, been there a couple of years now, and they've got a lot, an idea of how they play and a style of play, and we will get to that. It's going to take time, but at the moment, we're doing fantastically well off the ball. We've had a fantastic start. It's tailed off a little bit in the last 3 weeks, starting with the Aldershot game at home, and we know it's really important to get a performance at home now. We have to be better at home. We have to find a way of being better at home, more attacking. Can we get more shots? Get the fans kind of on their feet, atmosphere. That's what we want, and hopefully we bring that tomorrow.
And how have the preparations been? Obviously, since the Barnet game, we'd have Wednesday off, and Thursday and Friday. What's training been like with all the lads? Yeah,
it's been brilliant. Again, it's that rest and recovery is really important. Today training before the Aldershot game. It was flat track. The day before the Aldershot game, we were flat in training, and we kind of took that into the game. Today's been fantastic, and we wanted to hammer that home into the lads, because we have to be at it against a very good team tomorrow.
And I understand we've got some positives in terms of the injury news. How are the lads like Joe Sabara, Jay Ben, and Matty Warburton getting on?
Yeah, Joe, fantastic. He's out on the grass. He's doing a bit. He's got one more thing hopefully to tick off next week. If he gets the all clear with that, we can ramp up his kind of fitness. So, that'll be great news if he can pass that next week. He's done fantastically well. He's ticked off every box, every hurdle, every challenge that's come across him at the moment. Hopefully, this final one on next week he can tick off, and we get to see Joe Sabara hopefully in the next month or so. Warbs will be back probably next Saturday. Jack Stevens will be back probably next Saturday as well. Jay Ben probably the following week, which is great. I think we've really missed him. So all looking good in the next couple of weeks in terms of injuries. At the moment we've kind of had one player's gone out, one player's gone in for injury. We haven't had a full squad to kind of choose from, really. Which has been disappointing in terms of suspensions and injuries and stuff. So hopefully in the next couple of weeks we start getting that back. And John Benton, people like that, come to the fore a little bit more now. Labs is back now in the team. Ozzy's had injury, then a suspension, so hopefully he can now push on and try and stay in the team. So yeah, looking promising in the next couple of weeks. And hopefully we get the results in the meantime. And when we've got a fully fit squad, we think we can compete with anybody.
And I think one of the most important things in football, and what we've seen so far with Moors this season, is even if we have had the injuries and suspensions, and we've only been able to make 1 or 2 changes to impact the game, but you see lads like Cal Maycock, Josh Kelly giving it their all for 90 minutes straight. How pleasing is it for you as a coach who's just come in here just to see the lads fighting for the badge and fighting to play football under you?
Oh, well, for me as a coach, head coach, whatever it is, you know, that's imperative. It's important because, you know, the lads want to play for you, want to play for the football club, and that's what you want. That's first and foremost. That's what you need, really. And that's why we were really disappointed last week. You know, whatever excuses there were, we just didn't work. Not say we didn't work hard enough. We didn't work hard enough against them, really. You know, we ran around and numbers were still pretty high. It was just how we ran around and what we let them do. Whereas Tuesday night, you've seen that kind of putting bodies on the line, grafting for each other, helping each other out. You know, when you know, we have to keep the ball better, but when we don't keep the ball off the ball, the lads have been superb, and hopefully we can continue that and then get better on the ball, and then we do that, we'll have some team.
Andy, thank you for your time.